Next order.
Order number 6, notice of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Honorable Amos Makalo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. I rise to seek a statement on the implementation of status of the resolutions of the on status of lease renewals and occupation of the county public land. Mr. Speaker, sir, in line with the best parliamentary practices, precedents and convention, and pursuant to the provision of the Taveta County Assembly Standing Order number 61 relating to sitting order number 7, question and statement, a member of the House can seek a statement requiring the availability of information, clarification, or appearance on any substance issue, circumstance, and the situation, and the matters appertaining to the attention of the county government, the national government, or any other public entity, where such mandate relate to the management of the service and the leadership to the citizens and the institutions as per the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and our current laws are concerned. In line with the foregoing oversight role of the County Assembly, I hereby seek a formal statement regarding the implementation status on the resolution of status of lease renewals and occupations of the county public land. Mr. Speaker, sir, aware that on Tuesday, 16th April, this Honorable House passed a resolution on the status of lease renewals and occupations of county public land. The House had resolved that, number 1, the County Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Mining submits to the County Assembly within 14 days of this resolution a comprehensive inventory of all leases held over the county land, including the name and the location. 2, leaseholder information. 3, lease term and expiry dates. 4, status of renewal and reversions. That all parcels of public land whose leases have expired or due to expire shall not be renewed automatically until and unless they undergo a thorough vetting process and consideration be given for conversion into community land. The County Department of Lands and Physical Planning and Mining submits to the County Assembly within 14 days of that or this resolution a comprehensive inventory of all leases held over the county land, including name and the location of the parcel, leaseholder information, lease term and expiry date, status of renewal or reversion. Number 4 of the resolutions, that all parcels of public land whose leases have expired and are due to expire shall not be renewed automatically unless they undergo a thorough vetting process and consideration be given for conversion to community land. That any renewal shall strictly comply with the provision of the Constitution of Kenya and the Land Act and the Land Extension and Renewal of Lease. Rules include thorough consultation with the relevant authorities, transparent public participation, involvement of the affected communities, due diligence and public disclosure of the terms of renewal. That the County Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Mining in collaboration with the National Land Commission initiates a formal procedure for repossession of public lands and expired leases that are not lawfully renewed. B, investigation and nullification of any renewals that did not comply with the statutory and the constitutional requirement. That this third that the county executive formulates and tabulates before the county assembly a clear policy and a legal framework of the lease management, conversion of expired leasehold land to community land, and guidelines for future leases renewals in the line with the land extension and renewal of lease rules. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like the chairperson of the implementation committee to furnish this house with a report on the implementation status of that resolution, and especially on the issues that had time limits and required the department to implement within 14 days after the passage of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the floor is open for any member to make comment on this statement sought. Honorable Mzuga.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for this opportunity to make a comment on this very important statement by Honorable Makalo, a member for Kasarani. First and foremost, Mr. Speaker, I congratulate Mr. Amos Makalo for bringing this statement in this house. Mr. Speaker, as you were deliberating yesterday, and you are the speaker, it was very clear that land matters are contentious matters and are serious matters, and a serious matters in this county. This statement is very clear, Mr. Speaker, that there was a resolution which was passed in this house, but its implementation is still in a quagmire because it's not clear. Mr. Speaker, leases have been done long time ago. If I'm not wrong, some leases goes up to 99 years. Some of them were done before our grandparents were born, and they're expiring now. One in question is the Voy Point lease. Up now, we are not clear when the lease was whether the lease was renewed or not, or when it was renewed and under what circumstances and condition it was renewed. So, Mr. Speaker, this statement is in time, if not on time, because if we continue remaining in ignorance as the Taita Taveta leaders and the residents, some of these leases are done undercover. They are done maliciously to benefit a few people. So, Mr. Speaker, I call upon also in the same resolution the chairperson to take this statement with a lot of seriousness so that we can be clear which land belongs to who, when did the lease start, when did it expire, and they can see the statement has got very clear instructions here that when the lease is being done, Mr. Speaker, proper procedures should be followed. There should be clarity, there should be transparency, and in fact, what has touched my heart so much is that the land whose lease has expired should be considered to be given to the community, to become a community land, so that we avoid it being encroached by unnecessary gluttonous land grabbers in this county. So, Mr. Speaker, I beg to support this statement. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Mabishi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I first of all start by congratulating Honorable Amos Makalo for bringing this statement on this honorable house. Mr. Speaker, sir, it's very disheartening to see that the resolution of this house not taken with the seriousness it deserves. Because I remember we passed this resolution some months ago, but up to date, it has not been acted upon. Mr. Speaker, when you talk about the issues of land, it has become a very thorny issue in our county. We have been blaming the national government for many messes of lands that have been occurring in our county. But on our side, we are not playing the role that is needed for us to protect our own lands. Because if a statement like this one can be, a resolution like this one can be passed by this honorable house, and the department concerned cannot take necessary actions, that means that they are not ready to salvage the people of Taita Taveta County from the scavengers of the lands. Mr. Speaker, it is very sad that you realize that some of the ranches are making millions of shillings. But when you go to the neighboring communities, the people there are languishing in poverty. There is nothing even like a toilet that has been constructed. There's nothing even like a bowl that costs around 5,000 that has been given to the youths of the neighboring communities in these lands. And then also you realize when these leases are being renewed, people are never involved. You come to realize that the lease was renewed. It was renewed for 99 years. members of the communities were never involved, and life continues like that. Mr. Speaker, we must go to record as the third assembly of this county for making a change in these issues pertaining lands, more so pertaining how the leases of these ranches are being renewed. Members of the community must be involved. And we are not targeting any individual ranch, but what we are calling for is transparency in transactions of the issues pertaining ranches of this county. The owners of the ranches should be aware and should be well knowing that they are holding those ranches on behalf of the people of Taita Taveta County. They never bought those lands from anybody. Those are our ancestral lands, and they are given by the people to take care of them. And therefore, anything and any matter pertaining these ranches must be, public must be involved, and transparency must take a center part of everything. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I stand, Mr. Speaker, sir, to demand for the answers, because the answers that will be issued are the answers that the people of Taita Taveta wants to know. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Peter Shambi.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa nafasi hii. Mheshimiwa Spika, ninaomba kimbele niweze kumshukuru sana Mheshimiwa Makalo kwa kuleta hoja hii katika bunge hili tukufu. Na Mheshimiwa Spika, naomba pia niungane mkono na wenzangu ambao wamezungumza vikali kuhusiana na masuala ya ardhi katika kaunti hii ya Taita Taveta. Mheshimiwa Spika, inatamausha sana kugundua kwamba chini ya mwaka mmoja uliopita wananchi walifurushwa kule Msambweni. Tunavyozungumza sasa, juzi Mheshimiwa Azar alienda kusukumana na watu ambao wanataka kuchukua ardhi sehemu ya Ore. Tunavyozungumza sasa, kuna mkakati ama kuna mjadala ambao unaendelea kuhusiana na shamba ambalo limechukuliwa na shirika la NTSA, ambapo wanataka kufurusha watu kule sehemu ya Voi. Tunavyozungumza sasa, kwa Mheshimiwa Mzuga, kumekuwa na changamoto. Kuna wananchi ambao wanafaa kufurushwa na shirika la kidini la Kikatoliki. Tunavyozungumza sasa, siku chache zilizopita, wananchi kule sehemu ya Mata kwa Mheshimiwa Matolo waliweza kuvunjiwa nyumba zao usiku wa manane wakiwa wamelala. Tunavyozungumza sasa, rais wa nchi ako na ardhi zaidi ya ekari 3,000 katika sehemu hiyo ya Mata. Sasa sisi tunataka kuuliza swali. Ya kwanza ni kwamba Mheshimiwa Makalo ameelezea vizuri katika hoja hii kwamba ardhi yote ambayo ni ya umma ambayo muda wake wa kumiliki umeweza kuisha kulingana na mujibu wa sheria, inatakana irudi katika mikono ya wananchi. Inakuwa kuwaje sasa kuna watu wanajitokeza kuja katika kaunti ya Taita Taveta kuja kudai ardhi wakisema kwamba ni yao na muda umeisha iweze kubadilisha mikono, na wananchi wa kaunti hii ya Taita Taveta hawafahamu? Inawezekanaje kwamba shirika la NTSA waje katika wadi ya Mheshimiwa wa Kaloleni, Mheshimiwa Azar, waje kusema kwamba wamekuja kuchukua ardhi ambayo ni yao, na shirika lenyewe la ardhi lilitengezwa mwaka wa 2010 na shirika la NTSA lilitengezwa mwaka wa 2012. Hiyo ni kadri ya miaka 13 iliyopita, na kuna watu ambao wameishi katika ardhi ile kwa zaidi ya miaka 40. Sasa swali tunataka kuuliza, je, ni nani alianza kuja pale? Inawezekana kweli NTSA walikuwa hiyo miaka 40 na kulikuwa hakuna sheria? Sasa tunaangalia kwamba mambo kama hayo yanafanyika katika kaunti hii ya Taita Taveta peke yake. Na Mheshimiwa Spika, nataka nipeane ilani katika kitengo hiki cha masuala ya ardhi katika kaunti hii, na mimi nataka niomba niseme hivi kwenye nyumba hii kwamba hiyo kitengo cha ardhi cha kaunti hii rudisha nyuma katika masuala ya kupigania haki. Mswada kama huu ambao ni mswada muhimu kwa wananchi wa Taita Taveta, ingekuwa tuliwahi pata jibu na tulikuwa hatuhitaji tena hoja nyingine iweze kuletwa katika bunge hili ya kuzungumza jambo ambalo tulikuwa tumejadili kuanzia mwezi wa 4 mwaka huu. Mheshimiwa Spika, pia niweze kupeana ilani kwa kitengo husika cha masuala ya kisheria. Mheshimiwa, kitengo husika cha masuala ya kisheria kimelala, na ndio maana sisi kama kaunti hii tunapata changamoto kubwa katika hali ya kuweza kujaribu kuzuia ama kushikilia mashamba yetu na kuyaweka katika mikono sawa. Na sasa mimi ninataka kuuliza, itaendelea hivi mpaka lini? Kwa sababu tunavyozungumza sasa kuna yale ambayo nimetaja ambayo yanaendelea, na bado kuna yale ambayo yako chini kwa chini yanaendelea, na tunajua kwamba hivi labda ikifika mwakani yataanza kulipuka. So swali ni kwamba tutakuwa tunanyamaza mpaka muda gani? Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, nilikuwa ninaomba kwamba hatua kali ziweze kuchukuliwa katika hivi vitengo ambavyo ni husika. Ikiwezekana, Mheshimiwa Spika, kitengo hiki cha ardhi pamoja na kitengo hiki cha sheria kiweze kufika hapa na yule ambaye ni mwakilishi wa gavana, kwa sababu haiwezekani kwamba haya mambo yote yanafanyika chini ya himaya ya gavana Mheshimiwa Andrew Mwadime na hatusikii jambo lolote la mwafaka la kuweza kujaribu kutatua masuala kama haya. Inauma sana tukiona kwamba wenzetu ambao wako hapa, waheshimiwa, hawalali usiku kwa sababu wanasumbuliwa na wenyenye fulani ambao wamekuja kuchukua ardhi za wananchi wao katika masehemu ambayo wanaoongoza. Alafu inafika kipindi ambapo watu wanatishiwa maisha yao. Hivi sasa tunavyozungumza, Mheshimiwa Matolo halali usingizi kwa sababu anashindwa akipelekwa kwa asasi za kiserikali. Mheshimiwa, hilo lazima likome kuanzia leo, na tunaomba kwamba kupitia nafasi iliyoko nayo uchukue hatua kali ya kuweza kuita hawa watu waje katika nyumba hii waweze kutuelezea mwafaka wa hoja hii ambayo imeletwa na Mheshimiwa Makalo. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Chairperson Implementation Committee, Honorable Newton Kifuso. Can you comment on this matter, and also can you also just comment on a very strongly, because this is a very burning issue.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for that. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, you're aware when I stand, I am really going to make a very strong remarks on the same. On behalf of the Implementation Committee, we want to thank our colleague, Honorable Amos Makalo, for following up this matter on a follow-up statement on this resolution which was passed in this House. Honorable Speaker, as a committee, we'll work on this and we will follow up with the respective department. And I know the able CEC for land and the department at large, they will be able to give us the implementation status of the resolution which was passed in this House. And because we are all aware, Honorable Speaker, that soon this House is going for a long recess, I don't know if, because our committee always work, whether we are in recess or not in recess, we are going to work and we are going to deliver the response. So if it will be allowed, we will share or we will invite the honorable member on one of our meetings during recess once we get the response. So if he'll be okay with that during recess, because our implementation committee, because of a lot of work which is on our tray, we normally work throughout. So we will allocate it on the priority basis. We work on this, then we invite him if we manage, because we are going to follow up with the CEC. Then we call up our colleague, Honorable Amos, to appear in our committee. Then we share with him the response which will have been received. And if the response will not be sufficient, we proceed again to follow up, such that when we resume, all the other members, they will be knowing what and the development that have happened. But this issue, we will work on it within the recess, and with his permission, we invite him, because within 14 days, we are supposed to get the response from the CC. And once the response comes, within 14 days, we need to have sat, discussed, but we like him also to come, the committee, because of the recess. And when people resume here, we table what we have discussed together with the chair. That's all, Honorable Speaker, I can say. Thank you.
Yeah, before I invite the statement seeker, I would also want to add that when we are inviting the CC lands, we also put on board the legal arm, the county attorney himself, because I don't know, there must be something wrong somewhere. So let us now put him on board fully and strongly on this land matter, the county. Yeah, so statement seeker, Honorable Amos Makalo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to appreciate first and foremost the honorable members who have strongly put their voice on these questions. Mr. Speaker, it is evident that this honorable house has a lot of powers on that matters, especially on the matters of the land. Mr. Speaker, I had a chance to interact with the National Land Commissioners, and they told us that on the matters of land of Taita Taveta County, the decision lies with the county government of Taita Taveta, whatever they want to do with these public lands. They're just waiting for directions from the county government, including resolutions that were passed in this honorable house, and even the communications from the executive to the National Land Commission, whatever they want done on any land that is public, because all these lands, Mr. Speaker, that are leased are public lands. They are not anybody's land by ownership, they are leased, so they are public, and anything can happen on these lands in future. That's why, Mr. Speaker, this honorable house has it has to keep an eye on what happens on these public lands. That's why it was prudent, and Mr. Speaker, I wish we should have discouraged a complete renewal of these leases, so that any lease that ends, the land should be converted to community, so that now it moves permanently from public land to community land. That one, we can be guaranteed that these lands are safe for generations to come. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, I still feel when this honorable house will interact with those answers, it should also be considered that in a way we will have done justice, because these leases, some of these leases were entered way before pre-colonial times, Mr. Speaker, and post-colonial, Mr. Speaker. And decisions were made when the communities were still illiterate, they were still scarce, and most of them were uninformed. And the time has come, some of them have become informed now. You cannot make a decision on matters of land without involving them. That's what we're saying. There should be no renewal or extension of a lease unless, Mr. Speaker, the community and the people of the Taveta are involved on the table. They are the ones who are supposed to make decisions. Are they going to allow renewals? Are they going to allow extensions? Or they want those land reverted back to the communities? Because someone who has kept a land for 50 years, they must have benefited from the land. They should have made their revenues. They should have made their incomes. Why should someone again say they want to keep these lands again at the expense of the larger communities, Mr. Speaker? It's quite unfortunate that, and should note that, Mr. Speaker, some of these owners of the so-called leaseholders, some of them have accumulated wealth and resources. They have influences, Mr. Speaker, and this has gone against the poor communities, the poor members of this society, Mr. Speaker, and they have benefited at the expense of the larger community. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, I feel any renewal and any extension, Mr. Speaker, that should be done, the communities must be on board. They should put their conditions, they must put their terms, they be able to negotiate. And Mr. Speaker, because this is a public land, Mr. Speaker, they should have a say. And that's why those answers, Mr. Speaker, have long overdue, because we passed these resolutions 14 days, Mr. Speaker. I mean, April to date is quite unfortunate. And to be surprised, I've not seen any effort from that side, Mr. Speaker. So I challenge this honorable house to come in strongly to correct where necessary the injustices have come from. Let's not allow our people to go to court, because one of the people who have been telling us extensions will be done if there will be challenges, then let the communities go to court, Mr. Speaker. We are quite aware. We are quite aware that if these communities goes to court, some of us will have to contribute to those court expenses, because our communities do not have financial muscles to take these matters to court, and this house should stand in on behalf of the communities and correct the injustices where be, Mr. Speaker, without going to court. And I believe we have the powers, and Mr. Speaker, with the leadership of this county government, we are able to correct that. But the answers, as the honorable members said here, and the committee, Mr. Speaker, will be glad to get those answers, even in recess. I am happy that he has committed that they will involve us, and me and maybe the honorable members as we get responses. They are very important to us, because, Mr. Speaker, land is one of the issues that is a resource. And you know, Mr. Speaker, if you want to produce as a factor of production, Mr. Speaker, land is a factor of production. There are just 3 factors of production, Mr. Speaker, and land is one of them. So we cannot be able to empower people economically when there is no land. And land cannot lie in the hands of the few at the expense of the larger community. It's a time we stand up and correct this, and let's have the resource in our hands shared for the benefit of the communities, Mr. Speaker, at large. With those remarks, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate and I acknowledge the commitment from the chairperson of implementation committee. Thank you.
To chair implementation, commitment is 14 days from now.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, and because we are on recess, then we'll invite him in our committee. Then the full report will table it when we are back. Thank you.
Statement 2, Honorable Makalo again, read on behalf of Honorable Mwambi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I do this on behalf on illegal grazing of livestock in the county. I do this on behalf of the Honorable Chair, Honorable Speaker, that is Hon Bryson Mwambi, Sagala Ward. Mr. Speaker, sir, in line with the parliamentary best practices and precedents and convention pursuant to the provision of Taita Taveta County Assembly Standing Order number 61-1 relating to the sitting order number 7 statements, a member of the House can seek a statement requiring availability of information, clarification, and appearance of any substantive issue, circumstances, and situations and matters appertaining to the attention of the county government, the national government, or any other public entity where such mandate led to the management of the service and the leadership of the citizens and the institutions as per the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and our current laws are concerned. In the view of the foregoing, I rise to seek a statement regarding the escalating incidences of illegal grazing of livestock, mainly camels and cattle within the county, which have resulted to severe conflicts between the herders originating from outside the local community and their residents. Mr. Speaker, sir, over the recent months, there has been numerous complaints and reports from constituents. Those farmlands have been invaded by large herds of livestock allegedly driven into the county by non-residents pastoralists. These animals have destroyed crops, contaminated water sources, and caused immense distress to farmers and families who depend on agriculture and livelihoods. The situation has led to rising of insecurity, heightened tensions between the communities, and fear of potential violent confrontation. The residents are questioning why the responsible authorities have not taken timely action to manage the escalating conflict and protect their property rights. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the view of the above, I urge the chairperson of the Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries and the Blue Economy Committee to treat this matter with urgency and the gravity it demands and furnish this House with the following information. 1. Is the Department of Livestock aware of the illegal grazing activities and the conflicts arising from them, and what reports or complaints have been received so far? Number 2, who are these herders and where are they coming from? 3, why and are there any formal agreements between them and the county government of permitting grazing within our boundaries? 4, why are the livestock being allowed to invade private farms and community agricultural zone without consequences? What actions have been taken to apprehend or penalize those responsible for crop destruction? 6, what laws, frameworks, or county regulation exist to govern grazing, livestock movement, and personal access, and they are being enforced? If not, what are the administrative or enforcement challenges? Number 7, what immediate measures is the county government taking to protect the residents and prevent further destructions? Last one, what long-term interventions and are planned to ensure peaceful coexistence between the pastoralists and the farming communities in the county, Mr. Speaker? As I do this on your behalf, Mr. Speaker, I also wanted to put some weight on the matter because it is not a coincidence that you have handed over this to do it on your behalf. And I also come from one of the one of the areas that, Mr. Speaker, as I'm speaking today, I'm receiving a lot of calls from my people that some of their crops are being destroyed by these herders, Mr. Speaker. You cannot put two different people with two different visions in the same place. because those who are herding, they are largely focusing on fattening their animals at the expense of whatever happens, even on destroying other people's crops. They don't care on whatever happens, Mr. Speaker. That's why, Mr. Speaker, it was quite wise to have some places set aside for grazings, and Mr. Speaker, and where matters are community are existing peacefully. But Mr. Speaker, today, when I take you back to Kasigao, you'll be shocked to see thousands and thousands of heads of cattle, not of the Kasigao people, but of people who have come from wherever. Some of them claiming to have come within Taita Taveta County in other ranches, but who knows? They might have come from even very far. But again, what is shocking, Mr. Speaker, on my side, I've not seen any officer from the county government and even our departments that is concerned with this livestock, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've not seen any actions. I'm very shocked. 2 weeks down the line, I've not seen any intervention from the county government. So our people who have been left on their own. And Mr. Speaker, I'm a politician. When I come in very strongly, you know what happens. I may be told maybe I'm becoming anti other communities, Mr. Speaker. It's putting us in a difficult situation, and we're having people who are already empowered to undertake such kind of administrative issues. So, Mr. Speaker, I feel this statement is of very urgency. I'm worried that we are going for a recess. That's why, Mr. Speaker, on your behalf, allow me to make a request that if this statement can be responded within the few days that we'll be here, because, Mr. Speaker, I'm feeling that we'll be here by next week. Can this statement be responded by latest next week, Mr. Speaker, so that we're able to get answers? And if it's eviction, Mr. Speaker, it should be done, because already the damages are happening, Mr. Speaker. The small water pans that were set for the small scale herders, Mr. Speaker, are being used freely, and forces have been applied, and they have taken advantage of some few poor people, Mr. Speaker, who have been compromised by receiving some small tokens at the expense of the larger community, Mr. Speaker. The resources that are there are being stretched, Mr. Speaker, and this will disadvantage the small scale, Mr. Speaker, herders, people who have relied on their small livestock to take their students to school, to pay the fees of their children. Mr. Speaker, I'm worried, come January, they will have no place to graze the animals. And those thousands heads of cattle will have moved elsewhere, where they will get other pastures elsewhere. But they will leave our place desert, they will leave water pans dry, they will leave damages, food people will have not harvested, Mr. Speaker, and they will be asked questions as leaders. Where were we? What have we done? That's why, Mr. Speaker, I congratulate this statement for it's timely, but Mr. Speaker, if it could be done in less than 7 days, I will personally also appreciate, because I will have received the answers and the direction, Mr. Speaker. It's high time Department of Livestock should be put to task, Mr. Speaker, because the damages are happening daily, Mr. Speaker. And we have left our people alone. No one is working with them. There is no government support. There is no government machinery, Mr. Speaker, because we feel this one coming down this way, Mr. Speaker. Sometimes they compromise even the other administrative leadership, Mr. Speaker. That's why you see it has been left for Mr. Speaker. You see people maybe fighting and even life being lost, Mr. Speaker, or even livestock, Mr. Speaker, being on the receiving end. So, Mr. Speaker, I feel it's high time that within less than 7 days, if possible, answers should be able to come back to this house. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Members, the house is open. The floor is open, for any comment. Honorable Mzuga.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, nafikiri bado tukiangalia vizuri hoja hii ambayo imeletwa na Mheshimiwa Wasagala pia inahusiana na ardhi Taita Taveta. Mheshimiwa Spika, mambo yanayotendeka katika kaunti hii yanashangaza sana. Yameshangaza kwa muda mrefu na bado yanaendelea kutushangaza. Maana tunavyoongea saa hizi asilimia 62 ya ardhi yetu iko kwa mbuga za wanyama. Na hao wanyama bado wanatoka mbugani wanasumbua wananchi wetu. Asilimia kadhaa ya ardhi yetu iko kwa ranches, mahali pa kuchunga mifugo na wanyama. Tumebaki na asilimia kidogo sana ambayo wananchi wanaishi. Lakini kama ambaye haitoshi, bado watu wako na uchu wa kuja kuleta wanyama wao ambao wanafuga kama ngamia na ng'ombe ili waje kusumbua wananchi wetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, ukulima kwetu umekuwa adimu sana kwa sababu ardhi ndogo ya kufanya ukulima. Wale wakulima wachache ambao wanafaulu kufanya ukulima, bado mimea yao inaharibiwa na wanyama, si wanyama wa pori peke yake, bali inashangaza mpaka wale wanyama ambao tunawafuga. Cha kushangaza zaidi, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni kwamba wanyama hao wengi ambao wanafugwa sio wanyama wa watu wa Taita Taveta na wanyama wa watu kutoka kwingine. Sijaona Mtaita akifuga ngamia, lakini ngamia zimejaa tele. Na madhara ya ngamia hata si kula mifugo tu. Ngamia kukanyaga ardhi waga inaondoa mbolea ya ardhi, inafanya ardhi hiyo haiwezi toa matunda. Sasa Mheshimiwa Spika, nashangaa pia serikali yetu ya kaunti haijachukua hatua yoyote. Kwanzia tumeanza kuongea, wakati mwingine nimeona mheshimiwa ambayo umemrithi wa Sagala, Mheshimiwa Kilele, akiongea kwa nguvu sana akililia swala hili. Hata wakati mwingine